In a small, quiet town, there was an old man named Robert. He lived alone in a modest house at the edge of the village. Every day he followed the same routine, waking up early, watering his garden, and spending the afternoons on his porch, gazing at the horizon. His only companion was a worn-out letter, which he carried in his pocket everywhere he went. Many years ago, Robert had been a young, hopeful man deeply in love with a woman named Emily. They had shared dreams, laughter, and endless conversations about their future together. However, fate had other plans. One winter, Emily fell seriously ill. Despite Robert's efforts to find a cure, her condition worsened. On her final night, she handed him a letter and made him promise not to open it until he felt ready to say goodbye. Emily passed away the next morning, leaving Robert heartbroken and alone. The letter remained sealed in his pocket for decades. Robert couldn't bring himself to open it, fearing the flood of memories and emotions it would unleash. Years turned into decades, and Robert aged. His health began to decline, and he knew his time was running out. One crisp autumn evening, feeling weaker than ever, he sat on his porch, clutching the letter. Tears streamed down his face as he finally broke the seal. Inside, Emily's words were as gentle and loving as he remembered her voice to be. "My dearest Robert, if you are reading this, it means I am no longer by your side, but please know that my love for you remains eternal. Do not grieve for me too long, for I am at peace knowing that we shared a love that few are fortunate enough to find. I want you to live your life fully, to smile again, and to find joy in the simple things. Remember our laughter, our dreams, and the warmth of our love. I will always be with you in spirit, guiding you and watching over you. Love always, Emily." As Robert finished reading, a profound sense of peace washed over him. For the first time in years, he felt Emily's presence beside him, comforting him. He closed his eyes, holding the letter close to his heart, and whispered, "I love you, Emily." That night, Robert passed away peacefully in his sleep, reunited with his beloved Emily at last. The townspeople found him the next morning, a serene smile on his face and the letter gently clasped in his hand. The townspeople, upon discovering Robert, were deeply moved by the scene. They had always known him as a quiet and reserved man, but they were unaware of the depth of his love and loss. The news of Robert's peaceful passing spread quickly through the small town, and soon everyone gathered to pay their respects. At Robert's funeral, the townspeople decided to honor his memory and the love story that had touched them all. They placed a simple yet elegant gravestone beside Emily's, with an inscription that read, "Reunited in love and peace, Robert and Emily, forever together." Years went by, and the story of Robert and Emily became a cherished legend in the town. The old house at the edge of the village was preserved as a testament to their love. It was turned into a small museum filled with mementos from their lives, including the letter that had brought Robert so much comfort in his final moments. Visitors from near and far came to see the house and hear the story of Robert and Emily. Many were inspired by their enduring love and the way they found peace and solace in each other, even in the face of separation and loss. The garden Robert had tended with such care flourished, becoming a beautiful symbol of the love and devotion that defined their lives. One summer evening, a young couple visited the museum. They walked through the garden hand in hand and paused by the graves of Robert and Emily. The woman, with tears in her eyes, said to her partner, "Their love was truly remarkable. It's a reminder that true love never dies, no matter the distance or time." The man nodded, holding her close. "Yes," he said softly, "their story shows us that love is eternal, and it gives me hope that we can face anything together." As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the garden, the young couple left the museum, inspired and filled with a deeper appreciation for the love they shared. The legacy of Robert and Emily continued to touch hearts, proving that even in sadness, there is beauty and hope. And so, in the quiet town, the story of Robert and Emily lived on, a timeless testament to the power of love to transcend time, heal wounds, and bring peace to even the most broken hearts. As the years passed, the museum became a beloved spot for those seeking solace and inspiration. It wasn't just a tribute to Robert and Emily, but a beacon of hope for anyone who had loved and lost. The garden, once tended by Robert, became a community project, with townspeople volunteering to maintain its beauty in honor of the couple's enduring love. Among the visitors was an elderly woman named Margaret, who had been friends with Emily in her youth. She often visited the museum, sitting quietly in the garden, reminiscing about the times they had shared. One day, while tending to a patch of roses, she discovered an old, weathered notebook buried under the soil. Curious, Margaret carefully opened the notebook. Inside, she found pages filled with Emily's handwriting. It was a journal, chronicling the days she had spent with Robert, her hopes, dreams, and even her fears about the future. Margaret realized she had found a hidden treasure, a more intimate glimpse into the love story that had touched so many. Margaret took the journal to the museum curator, and together they decided to publish it. The journal, titled Emily's Heart, became a bestseller, captivating readers with its heartfelt and poignant entries. People from all over the world were moved by Emily's words, finding comfort and inspiration in her story. The journal not only shared the depth of Emily's love for Robert, but also revealed her thoughts on life, happiness, and the importance of cherishing every moment. It became a guide for many, a reminder to live fully and love deeply. Years later, a young girl named Lily, who had lost her parents in an accident, came across Emily's journal. She found solace in Emily's words and felt a connection to the love and resilience described within its pages. Inspired by the story, Lily decided to pursue a career in writing, hoping to touch hearts and bring comfort to others through her words, just as Emily had. The love story of Robert and Emily had come full circle, continuing to impact lives in ways they could never have imagined. Their legacy lived on not just through the museum and garden, but through the countless individuals who found hope, love,